Hi again then guys, and so we've got another top speed tune for you today, and in all honesty this is not a top speed tune I was ever planning to do. It was for a vehicle which I never gave a second thought to until I was trying to find new potential top speed tunes, and it is the Alfa Romeo 156, and I've got to say this car really is a brilliant sleeper car. So you want your racing soft tyres, of course. For suspension, I've got the ride height on 110. The reason for that is I wanted it a little bit lower so that it's obviously better aerodynamically, but also high enough that people don't really notice that it's tuned. As far as the springs, we've got 550 on the front, 225 on the back, dampers on 4, anti-roll on 5, camber on 2, neutral toe as always. For the gearbox, we've got an auto setting of 180. Then for the individual gears, we've got 3, 2.1, 1550, 1200, 960 and 810 with a final drive of 3.1. For the diff, we've got 30 on all 3. For power, all the power upgrades of course, I've gone for the high RPM turbo instead of the supercharger, and I have to say, the difference that the high RPM turbo makes when compared to the other turbos is massive. Usually they go up in a pretty reasonable stage of succession, but the stage 3 turbo on this gives you so much more power. Obviously I would recommend NOS as always, although I haven't fitted it. And finally, of course, you want the full weight loss package, and this actually is a very, very lightweight saloon, weighing in at just over 1,000 kilos, or just under 1,100, depending on how you look at it. Now, like I said, it's a brilliant, brilliant sleeper car. I mean, I deal with a lot of sleeper cars on this channel, both in reviews and tuning, and even I, who do sleeper cars all the time, didn't give this car a second thought. But it's brilliant. The performance is really, really good. It's one of the quickest front-wheel drive cars in the game, one of the best sleeper cars in the game, and the performance, I have to say, shocked me. It cruises at just under 230 miles per hour, which is insane for a boring little four-door that nobody would ever notice in a public lobby. Now obviously it's not a Veyron beater, but as a sleeper car, potentially as a track car as well, you can certainly surprise some people in public lobbies. This could well be like the next Daihatsu Storia, which is obviously an amazing sleeper car, but this one is pretty amazing as well. Now the cruising speed, as I said, is just under 230. It's actually about 227. As far as draft potential, well, as you can see, we're pretty much on the red line already, because I built this to be a pure top speed tune just for the car on its own, rather than as a specific top speed racer as such. So if you do, as I think you have all the right to, because the car can certainly do it, plan on using this for higher top speed racing, because it's certainly got the power and the power to weight ratio to do that, obviously you'll want to extend your final drive a little bit more, or a lot more, depending on how much draft you need it to do. If you're planning on not drafting at all, obviously you can just use it as is. If you need it to draft even higher, of course you'll want to extend the final drive considerably, and it actually looks as though it may have just got a little bit quicker since I tuned it, so that's pretty cool as well. So it now runs even closer to 230 on the straight, so this car just keeps getting better and better. Being a front-wheel drive car, you might expect understeer on the corner. There's none at all, so pretty good as a sleeper car, and very, very good as a front-wheel drive car in general, especially for top speed. Like I said, it's among the quickest front drivers in the game. So if you haven't tried this car out, it is definitely worth a shot. It's a fantastic sleeper car, as I've said a number of times. And of course, if you choose to use this tune, I hope you find it helpful, I hope you shock people, and of course I hope you find it competitive. If you're new to the channel or just found this helpful, feel free to subscribe. I put out new sleeper tunes like this fairly regularly, and new tunes in general, new drag tunes, drift tunes, top speed tunes, and new car reviews every day. So feel free to subscribe if you're interested in that kind of stuff, and as always, thanks for watching. you.